Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of CONCACAF W game versus the CONCACAF W qualifier versus the Reggae Girls and the Cicero of Dominica. Sorry for the late start, family. I had some technical issues that I had to figure out. I am waiting for kickoff right now. So we're just in time, 2 o'clock on the dot. The game's about to kick off. The referee's waiting for the approval to blow her whistle. Had some issues with starting, figuring out what was going on with the stream, but I figured it out. All right, I'll run through the starting 11 here in a few minutes. This is CONCACAF W qualifier between the Reggae Girls of Jamaica and the Cicero. And I found out recently that Cicero is a parrot of Dominica. Let's get to the starting 11 for both teams. You got for the coach Ronnie Gustave of Dominica. The starting 11 is Daniel in goal. You have Esperit, Pierlo, Paul, George, Joseph Humphreys, and also Paul. You have LeConte, Lander, and Ford as the starting 11. You do have some of these players that play away from the island. So, like Esperit. And for the Reggae Girls, you have Shaw, Van Zanten, Brown, Spence, Primus, Harris, Tiana Harris, Kanya Plummer, Cardoza, Tiffany Cameron, and Blackwood. Basically, the formality for this game is that you do expect the Reggae Girls to win this game. Of course, the Reggae Girls consecutive World Cup qualification, FIFA Women's World Cup. So here, this is the start of a new cycle, and we have a shot in, and we have a first goal of the game. So the Reggae Girls already on the score sheet. Kanya Plummer with the go-ahead goal. Reggae Girls 1-0, and in the minute and a half into the game. So Kanya Plummer with the go-ahead goal from across from Denisha Blackwood. Kanya Plummer cutting across and scoring the goal. So Reggae Girls all smiles with that early goal. And basically, the teams are in CONCACAF Group B action, or will play in Group B. The winner of the group will advance to the World Cup, will advance to the CONCACAF W Championship, and then the winner, Junior. By the way, big up to the engineer. Big up to the engineer who's out the road. I go and do him thing. Big up, big up, big up, big up. He texted me a message here because he was helping with the troubleshooting thing. Basically, me reply to. All right, now to the matter. Basically, the Reggae Girls should win this game. I mean, of course, I've always maintained this position that you want to see improvement, not just from the Reggae Girls, but from other teams in the Caribbean. And the objective is to try to improve, these Caribbean teams. A team like Dominica, it's a youthful program in its infancy. They did play in the Women's in Football Association tournament down in St. Vincent. Dominica, that is. They did play it. The teams were Dominica, who else? Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So they did play in that. They didn't do quite well. And the Reggae Girls with another one. Another goal, easy pickings for the Reggae Girls. And we do expect this sort of response. Big up to BM. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Salute, family. And the fundamental requirement for the Reggae Girls in this game, not only to win, but to win emphatically. At the end of the day, goal difference might become a factor later on in this group. So you want to win, and you want to win emphatically. Reggae Girls with a strong start. Khadija Bonishaw with that second goal of Jody Brown assist. Coach Ronnie Gustave of the Dominica player there with a shot from where I think that was Humphries with a shot from way out. Coach, goalkeeper Rebecca Spencer really didn't pay it any mind. And the ball is out for a throw. Just to remind listeners of the group that the Reggae Girls is currently in this tournament. Let me pull up that group. By the way, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Our weekend, that is, as we get ready for another week ahead. But the Reggae Girls are in Group B. Just to remind listeners, Reggae Girls are in Group B with Guyana, Nicaragua, Dominica, and Antigua Barbuda. So, by all accounts, the Reggae Girls should win this group. But of course, the ball around and you have to play. BM says 44 games, 58 goals for Bonnie Shaw. What a player. Yeah, easy pick inside this. She will be adding to that number today. She will be adding to that number today. As we have a goal kick there from and by the way, the game is on YouTube. The game is on YouTube if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, it's on also CONCACAF YouTube page, CONCACAF YouTube, that is. If you're in other parts of the world, there's VIX and Amazon Prime that has the game. But most notably, I think CONCACAF YouTube page is the place to go for this game. It was listed as the only provider of the game in the US market, but somehow something works out that now it's on YouTube. So it's on YouTube, on CONCACAF YouTube page. Reggae Girls trying to get, and there's a third goal. 3-0. Easy pickings for the Reggae Girls. Dominica lost at sea defensively here. And the goal scorer on this one is what? Is it Kiki Van Zanten? I want to say it looks like Kalisa Kiki Van Zanten. Yes, it's Kiki Van Zanten with that third goal. Reggae Girls, that's very dominant here. Pass from Drew Spence, that is. Reggae Girls, even though they're really talking to each other regarding formation, Kalisa Van Zanten with that goal. So part of this, they do expect to dominate this game is to get on the same page because you have bigger fish to fry. Essentially, you have more powerful teams that you will predict. BM says I predict, how many BM I predict? 6, but it looked like a 10-0. They should, this might be a butter bruising. Send forth the sacrificial lamb. And again, I've always maintained that you want to improve these teams in the Caribbean. Van Zanten going down the right wing. Kiki Van Zanten is on the right, turning it, and she over dribbled, and the ball is out for a goal kick. So Van Zanten is on the right, Kiki Van Zanten that is, and Jody Brown is on the left. I have Jody Brown on the right and Kiki on the left. Kiki sometimes floats to the left. She plays for Houston Dash in the NWSL. The Dominican players decided, the players from Dominica, the Cicero Parrots, decided, we already had enough, Cardoza finds Primus in midfield. Primus passes it to Van Zanten. Van Zanten to Drew Spence. Spence and sends it wide to Kanye Plummer. Drew Spence of Tottenham finds Atlanta Primus. Reggae Girls knocking the ball around. And the most notable thing, and it's 4-0. What is Ronnie Gustave talking about? And Bonnie Shaw laid it off to Atlanta Primus with an easy shot. And just poor defensively. Jody Brown, that is, with the fourth goal. Easy like Sunday morning for Reggae Girls. Easy like Sunday morning. And many of us expected this. But the coach, Ronnie Gustave of Dominica, did say that Curacao, we saw what Curacao did as in the men's qualifiers, and anything can happen. So I'm big up I'm gonna bring up Curacao name in a interview and inside a place. So. Yo, a 10 or 15 this looks like. And I think from a Dominica perspective, as they kick the ball off, it's just one launch back over to the Reggae Girls. Here's the Reggae Girls. Looking to send Bunny Shaw on. Shaw finds Spence. Spence to Denisha Blackwood. Blackwood to Primus. Primus sends it wide to Kanye Plummer. Plummer down the left wing. Finds Brown. Brown is greeted there by Paul, and the ball is out. Throw into the Reggae Girls. All right, so from a coaching perspective, BM says, when the Reggae Boys played Dominica in the first round of World Cup qualifiers, they struggled to beat them 3-2. The Reggae Girls leading them 4-0 within 10 minutes. Yeah, the coach of Dominica, the Pirates, the Cicero Pirates, said that, they're optimistic about this game because they saw what the Curacao men's national team did in terms of qualifying for the World Cup. So they were looking, and of course they knew he was just joking around because, he knows the gulf between these two teams. Here's the Reggae Girls. Tiffany Cameron with a cross into the box, unable to clear by the Cicero of Dominica. And now back to the Reggae Girls. Spence. Put in by Cameron. Tiffany trying to find. And another shot, and it's 5-0. I wonder if there will be a mercy rule here. 5-0 and Atlanta Primus getting in on the act. I cannot remember the last time I saw Atlanta Primus score a goal. And again, I want to emphasize that the at Pinky Days, big up yourself. Pinky Days says 7. The game has 7 already? Weird. Me just have 5. Hold on. I am 12 minutes into the game. 5-0. Is the current score. They're probably going to get about maybe 14. Probably going to get about 14. Tiana Harris. And games like this is where you want Natasha Thomas, Shania Hales, and others to get some valuable minutes. Ball into the box. Brown cuts it across, trying to find Bunny Shaw. Miscontrolled it from Bunny Shaw and taken up by goalkeeper Daniel quickly. But I think at least Dominica's coach should at least have this team defensively set. Doesn't seem like the ladies of Dominica have any sort of defensive shape there. Throw into the Reggae Girls. Spence sends it wide. And a foul throw there by the Reggae Girl. Was it Denisha Blackwood did a foul throw? Yo! See all them things, and if you run 5 laps, foul throw. Kind of foul throw. Ball is back with the Reggae Girls. Big up to the one on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Hopefully whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Big up yourself. Those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving with friends and loved ones. Big up to all the people on the island. Big up to all Jamaicans or all Yardie, wherever you're there. Also, most notably, want to also continue to support jamaica.gov.jm for those who want to support the Hurricane Melissa relief effort. We have a pause in the game. A player is down, getting a bit of treatment. Actually, the Dominica goalkeeper She's down getting a bit of treatment. She needs some water, family. Yo, it take really bravado for goalkeeping a game like this. As you turn around here, pick up the ball out of your net. So again, if you want to support it, support Jamaica.gov.jm, the recovery and relief and recovery effort on the island, as the island of Jamaica continues to recover from the impact and the effects of Hurricane Melissa. And I know it's Jamaica alone did take a beating, take a brush. Other places, Jamaica definitely took a significant hit. Other parts of the Caribbean also was affected by the hurricane. So support Jamaica.gov.jm. You don't know. For those who want to and can join. And it seems like Dominica goalkeeper tell the physio say, yo, I have enough. Alright, look like she had to do some stretches now. Look like she alright. She's okay to continue. She's continuing. All them a game are not supposed to have Rebecca Spencer in a goal for Jamaica. It's supposed to actually have the massive subs later on in this ball game. A significant amount of subs are allowable. 5 subs, all of them it should be used today by the Reggae Girls. Now, like a young Nia Cardoza, I mean, this is an important game. We have seen her against higher competition and, it took a while to kind of settle in. You need her in games like this to really build her experience, also build her interaction with the back line, especially Kanya Plummer. No Chantel Swaby in the starting 11. Chantel is on the bench. No Alison Swaby in the group, in the squad, period. Alison Swaby, my on-field general. She's, I don't know. BM, what going with Alison? I don't know. I'm going to say Alison at Crystal Palace. Alison Swaby that is. So I don't know if she's injured. So I'm a huge fan of Alison Swaby. Big up. So Reggae Girls with a misplaced pass there. Not on the same page. So, I think from a Dominica perspective, it's just park a bus. Just defend and then try to see what you can get on a little counter-attack. Try to get Lander involved in the game. Lander, the Reggae Girls is starting to be a little bit nonchalant with the player. Miscontrol and bad passes. And these are the things that you want to cut out. You want to cut them out as quickly as possible because at the end of the day, you want to be, very you want to be clinical. You don't want to be kind of lackadaisical and them things, because habits are important, Yeah, she's still at Palace. Yes, BM, but I didn't see her in Palace in Alison Swaby, that is. I didn't see her in Palace game, the most recent game the other day. So I don't know if she's injured. And actually, it was Crystal Palace versus Leicester City. And of course, sister Chantel Swaby is at Leicester City. So Chantel did play. I didn't see Alison Swaby. So, yo! Alison, wagwan. Oh, you know they are Dominica. If you find out, So maybe she's out injured or something. I don't know, but it's good that she gets a break, because even if she was available, I wouldn't want to see Alison Swaby in a game like this. She's too valuable of a defender for the Reggae Girls to continue just roll out in all these games. And the sister Chantel Swaby, so you don't need her for them game. Here's Den Black. What kind of cross that? And yeah. BM says looks like she's injured. Here's Reggae Girls trying to come on the attack. That was a piss poor cross from Denisha Den Blackwood. Spence in midfield. Spence looking to push through Kiki Van Zanten. Kiki turns. Sends the ball across. Or looking to send it out. She's getting double team. Cleared out by George for Dominica. Here comes Kanye Plummer driving in the box, and Kanye Plummer with a shot. Yo, kind of spacing. Yo, Reggae Girls them are running on them one another. Yo, what kind of coach? Yo, what's up with the spacing? Ball is with Van Zanten. Brown, Shaw, and Brown with a shot. And Van, yo, yo. All right. Kiki Van and two players of Dominica from Dominica are down. Well, no, one is down. One referee said, "Don't come on." You know, like she took a knock there. Oh, she got hit in the face. I got in the face. BM says Allison need to be playing in a top tier league. She's too good to be playing in second tier football. Yo, hear me now. I'm an Anfield general, you know, but my general is in the evening career. I mean, Alison Swaby, she was at San Diego. All right, Kiki Van Zanten in 6-0. Six dot. Yo, I say 14, you know. All right, we probably are going to make this 18. Because we're 21 minutes into the game and it's 6-0. So, I mean, again, you don't need all these players. This is what? Kiki Van Zanten's second goal. You don't need all these high-end fancy players to play Dominica as the Reggae Girls position. Ball game done already. In fact, the ball game done before it start. Number 10 for Dominica. You mean? Number 10 for Dominica holding her own. You mean? No make nobody style you. And that is Humphreys. You mean? Can't make nobody style you. Oh, the ref called a foul? Okay, so she was fouled. Okay. Good to have Bonnie Shaw back. Last time Bonnie Shaw played for the Reggae Girls, what? Was it 2024? So it was good to see Bonnie Shaw back in the fold. Of course, you know, the thing with Jamaican football and the Reggae Girls, I actually think the Reggae Girls have more upside than the Reggae Boys, if we want to be blunt about it. Bonnie Shaw called offside. And hear me out. I think the Reggae Girls can be the third best team in CONCACAF. Might be even squeeze the second team as in Canada. Problem with the Reggae Girls is just like everything else with Jamaican football is that it's just a bag of arguments and administrative issues, whether it's around pay, whether it's around access to resources, whether it's around management and who coach a team. But I think from a talent-wise and the consecutive World Cups berths, consecutive World Cup qualification does support my position. I think they can be emphatically the second best team in CONCACAF and could possibly squeeze the number two. They are the second best team in CONCACAF, I think. And they can be the second best. They just need to play. They need to figure out all the foolishness, off the field foolishness. But it's a very talented group of players. And they have some very good young players. Salai Washington comes to mind, who's at Florida State, who's not in this group. You have Cameron Simmons, also at I think at FSU. You have Kayla McCoy. You have the Days sisters. I mean, so the Reggae Girls, I think, have a bigger core, a bigger upside, a more potentially stronger outlook than the Reggae Boys. I mean, I don't really put one against the other, but I think the Reggae Boys get a lot more sort of clout, rightfully so, because the men's, well, rightfully so according to some, because men's football carry a lot of weight in Jamaica and blah, blah, blah. But as a ball into the box. Kiki, and I also think like Kiki Van Zanten is a baller, and this is from just watching her playing for the Houston Dynamo, Houston Dash that is in NWSL. So with proper oversight and proper coaching and organization and good administrative support, I think the Reggae Girls can be the second best team in CONCACAF, because I think Canada, it has a very deep squad in terms of depth, in terms of youth players, but I think the Reggae Girls can squeeze Canada in that role. America a big side, bar none, but the Reggae Girls should be secured in that number 3 spot as the third best team. Here's the ball over and but right now the Reggae Girls is all sort of foolishness sometimes. Costa Rica has been pushing them. Mexico has been pushing them. Mexico doing quite well, and other teams are gonna be pushing up close to them. So yeah, BM says Reggae Boys. The Reggae Boys have more hype than substance, if you ask me. Yeah, man. We don't have no time for as seven that. Yo, in fact, you know what? Let me not cloud the Reggae Girls moment with no bug side talk. Yeah. 7-0. All right, BM just asked me a question, and we get to it in a second. This is why this campaign is going to be interesting for the Reggae Girls. BM asks, do you think Sidela Marley should return? And yes, I'm fully, every day if I can call Sidela Marley and beg her for forward back. I think Sidela Marley is always a great advocate and a huge part of what the Reggae Girls are and how they have evolved. Now, I mean, when you have somebody who can literally go out and raise and advocate for your program, and I mean, of course, you want those people around you. And for some reason, imagine, because of the pasa, I presume, and all the crap around the team recently, Sidela Marley and football, what is that foundation? Is it Football is Life or Football Freedom Foundation? Take out themselves. I think Sidela Marley knows, from what I read, is that she has backed the Jamaica basketball sort of initiative, so it's all I'm looking for. I mean, bad mind basketball. Basketball can do well in the morning, right? But the Reggae Girls, the Reggae Girls need like a Sidela Marley and a benefactor, someone with that level of reach, and here's a cross, and Bonnie Shaw must score. And it's just saying someone's, I think Humphrey's saving on the line there. Van Zanten. With a weak cross. 7. Reggae Girls leading Dominica, Cicero's, the Parrots of Dominica, 7-0. So I would hope whosoever run JFF go beg Sidela Marley for forward back. And apologize, whether it's a player's fault, whether it's the administrator's fault, apologize. But we have a break in play, a refreshment break in play, because she is the reason why this team is where they are. I mean, it's not the JFF. JFF is head cook and bottle of football, but nobody JFF then go raise money for the program. I see the Lamali that do all the work there. So I mean, and again, more emphasize the pool of players that the Reggae Girls have. I mean, them have some serious talent when you look around players. When you sit down and watch Florida State team and see how impressive Solai Washington, and Solai Washington's a player that I watch closely here in Atlanta area. I mean, she used to play at on a high school name, Duluth, Chambly High School around the corner, and she was named Georgia Women's Footballer of the Year, and she was outstanding. So you have her and other young players coming through. So I mean, boy, we just need to clean up and do better, brother. Need to clean up and cut out the foolishness. Cut out the pluckery, as some would have said. But again, the first thing, actually, Jamaica basketball team beat Puerto Rico 94-92 last night. Yes, big up Chadwick for the update. Big up, because we had that game in our headlines last night. So yeah, they're in what is it? I think it's Group B in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, the Americas. What, is that another goal that? No, it's not another goal. It's not another goal. The referee have a conversation with somebody. I don't know how I go on. The Reggae Girls them. But ultimately Reggae Girls them have to kind of get in sync, get back playing well together and move the ball around. Urgency, passing. Kiki Van Zanten has scored a hat-trick so far. 3 goals in it far. Yeah, man. So the basketball team, defeated Puerto Rico last night. So the top 3 in that group will advance to the next round. I think Canada, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica in ICM group, if I'm not mistaken. So to my understanding, Sidela Mali is now, and the Sidela Mali, to my understanding, is now supporting the basketball program. And this is a big loss for the Reggae Girls. I not bad mind basketball, but Denisha Blackwood, keep down the shot, man. And actually, and I think, all right, so I remember this notable statement from Dennis Strong, former GenSec of the JFF at the time, who said that, women's football wasn't making any money, or, and I think that was the position and has been the position of JFF. The returns in terms of on investment have not really, I guess, materialized for them. So maybe them kind of treat the program like a stepchild, so to speak. But I think from the bottom line is that if your men team now go on with nothing, and we can call it a spade, the men team's a bug side. And your women's team are qualified for World Cup. I mean, come on, man. Back the women's team and develop a thing and promote them. Promote them. This is a team you go World Cup. Each time you go to World Cup, you get guaranteed a certain amount of money. But you do over there, so I hope and I pray, so you go to World Cup with the men's team. And the thing about it is that here comes a cross from Denisha Blackwood. Spence is late on that. The thing about it with the women's team is that Dominica may looks bad now, but more and more teams in CONCACAF are investing in their women's program because they will see an opportunity there to kind of tap in and get an opportunity to go to the World Cup and get into that money. So it's not just, my grandmother would have said, sometime we're donkey, and I think the JFF is donkey when it comes to the women's team. So BM said if there's no money, so why JFF want to take it over? I guess them say them break even. All right, so who wants to Dominica? How can Dominica go forward? Because, I fundamentally believe the more of these Caribbean teams that improve their program, it's better for all these teams because, the better competition against each other means that when they play the upper echelon teams in the world, that means that they should be more prepared for those upper echelon matchups. Those teams matchups against the upper echelon teams. As we have a throw into the Reggae Girls. 7-0 family. We're in the 35th minute of play. Kiki Van Zanten with a hat-trick of goals. Houston Dash on Kiki Van Zanten with a throw-in. And a ricochet of Dominica player out for Paul. Dominican player Paul. Corner kick to the Reggae Girls. Denisha Blackwood over to take the kick. Reggae Girls in Group B. Winner of the group will automatically go to the CONCACAF W Championship and must score. How she saved it? Very good play, goalkeeper. Daniel in a goal. Oh, past that. Van Zanten looking for a fourth goal there. Still 7-0 Reggae Girls playing the ball from side to side. The ball is with Cardoza. And again, for young players like Cardoza. And a header on 8. Cardoza with the delivery. 8. And that one I think was Jody Brown with the goal. Soup! Send forth the sacrificial lamb. All Reggae Girls. Yeah, Jody Brown with the goal. So that would be Jody's second, or is this now hot? Yeah, this will be Jody's second of the game so far. So 8-0, 39, 37 men. Benton, guess which country is hosting the Basketball World Cup? That oil money has a lot of power. Saudi Arabia hosts the Basketball World Cup. Saudi Arabia, we don't really pay attention to basketball now, but here at BCN Sports, we start cover more sports, and we start pay attention to it too. From Michael Jordan, retired from basketball, I don't really watch. I don't really pay attention to basketball as religiously as I once did, you know. Oil money long. Qatar. Okay, yeah, Qatar money long. Yes, respect, yeah. So I guess as the host, them automatically qualify. I saw Qatar qualify for tournaments, you know, as host. Here's the Reggae Girls trying to get in to Bonishaw and into the arms of goalkeeper Daniel. 8-0 Reggae Girls leading the Cicero of Dominica. Coach Ronnie Gustavo of Dominica trying to figure out a way to stop the beating. While Coach Hubert Busby prowling in the technical era. Qatar is also hosting all the Youth 17 Football World Cup until 2030. Yo! Man, them are go and do them thing, boss. Be a hosting tournament. Let's see how it goes. Speaking of Youth 17 Football World Cup, Portugal just won the Youth 17 World Cup. Impressive. Some local fancy players there out. Nice little young youth them coming through in terms of skills. The boy them play some serious ball. Free kick to the Reggae Girls. And also later on you have the Copa Libertadores final between Flamengo and Palmeiras. And that game is on it will be played in Lima. I think it's on Bean Sports. Won't be doing a watch along for that game. 9-0 family. Cha-cha. As the cross into the box headed on and ricochet off Bunny Shaw and into a goal. Bunny not must celebrate. I think right now the Reggae Girls they might try to figure out who can score more goals. Who will get the golden boot at the tournament. And actually, I think that might be a goal to Kiki Van Zanten. But it came off Shaw. Kiki headed it on. It was on the way to goal. It was from a cross by, was it Primus? Finally, Dominica crossed the half line. All Reggae Girls family, big up to all those on the live. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if this is the channel for you. We have daily headlines of sports, top headlines of sport news daily, about between 6 and 7 p.m. We also have watch along of, a lot of games. We have watch along of the Premier League game tomorrow between Chelsea and Arsenal. Tomorrow that game is at 11:30 a.m. We'll start our watch along at 11:15. We have our 5 p.m. football show tomorrow at to recap the week that was in the world of football, covering some of the major news in the world of football. And we have a call-in show on Wednesdays, where listeners can call in and, voice their grievance or say, ask questions. And we have an NFL guest who normally comes through and give an NFL roundup. So remember to smash the like button, subscribe. Dominica with a free kick. Long ball into the box. Cleared out by Kanye Plummer. And it's good to see Mama Plummer back in the thing. Of course, Kanye Plummer gave birth to her. Here comes Bunny Shaw, breaking away. Shaw laid it on a plate for Jody Brown. Tough touch there from Jody Brown. Reggae Girls back on it. Van Zanten trying to chip it into the box. And a ricochet off a Dominica player and out. Yeah, Busby time now. Busby time. Chadwick says that Busby is a great coach. I really don't know, but it's his time now. He's in charge of the team. I'm a huge fan of what they did in terms of the coaching staff, the Menzies group of coaches, and Busby came from that tree, right? The part of that group that first qualified for that World Cup. So that's the thing. This is a continuation of that coaching group. I'm a huge fan of Lorne Donaldson. I think, in fact, we've interviewed interviewed Lorne here on BCN Sports. Probably need to reach out to Lorne again. But most importantly, one of the things why I'm a huge fan of Lorne is that he's always, very focused on the defensive side of things. And so what I'm curious to see from Hubert Busby as this team plays, more upper echelon teams, how they kind of handle the defensive struggles that the Reggae Girls have shown against England. We saw that in the friendly game. How does he adjust and fix those defensive issues? Because, it's one to be butter bruise, Dominica. Yo, 10! Bunny Shaw must score a hat-trick now. Forget about 7. Yo, at 20, this aside I get, man. So that's the thing for me. It's how Hubert Busby evolves as a coach. So hat-trick for Bunny. So 10 that. So hat-trick for Bunny. Hat-trick for Kiki Van Zanten. Carissa Van Zanten. And also, I think 2 goals for Jody. So Jody Brown looking to get her hat-trick. And now Bunny and Van Zanten laughing at each other, joking around. I think each of them will try to see who can be the leading goal scorer here today. BM says, I would feel more confident going into the quarterfinals with Lorne Donaldson as a coach. I don't trust his coaching staff. And so this is going to be the thing, right? But I think Busby should have seen enough, learned enough to kind of, develop good strategies when they go up against those bigger teams, those more competitive teams. The thing for Lorne, I respect him, mad respect, honor I have for Lorne. I think Lorne's team struggled to open up and I think exploit the offensive features of the team. This team has very good offensive players. I think Lauren was hell bent on a more defensive side, and those things are great attributes. But you also have to score goals, and I think Lauren probably should have done a little bit more to utilize the offensive capabilities of some of these players. But I'm a huge fan of Lauren, and so the big test for Busby is how this team evolves. I also thought Vin Blaine's Reggae Girls was playing quite well. I thought they were playing quite well. I thought they moved the ball very well with Kayla McCoy sitting in like a sixth position. But they were slow in build-up play, but I thought they were very deliberate in terms of position and passing style of play. And I think the Reggae Girls has the talent, the players to be able to play that sort of play and play it rapidly. And the Xavier Gilbert players, the Xavier Gilbert team did have quite a few players. I think some of those players should be in this group. I think Burnett in defense should be in this group. I think I'm looking forward to seeing Natasha Thomas. I want to see Melissa Johnson get a call up into this team. So some of those young players need to start folding Tiny Seaton. I also want to see this team. In fact, a perfect game to give Tiny a run. Yeah, BM says he's concerned based on what he saw in the friendlies against USA and Mexico. Yep. And so Deon Burton is also part of this coaching staff, Deon Burton is also part of this coaching staff. For me, the big question with this Reggae Girls team, we don't really want... there's a gulf between the two teams, but how do they stay on top of business? Do they take off? Do they rest? Do they just continue to, keep the ball moving, get in sync with each other as we're at the half, get in sync with each other, get some valuable minutes in terms of moving the ball around. Of course, score as many goals as you can. At the end of the day, again, goal difference might become a factor later on. But the important thing for me is they have scored 10 goals in the first half. Get some subs in, get in sync with each other. Keep the ball moving in terms of passing. No lackadaisical, no dropping off the game. Doesn't matter how many dropping off the level of play. Doesn't matter by how many goals you are leading. And that's what I'm looking forward to see. If Busby has the kind of the pulse of this group to say, we're not drop the style of play. We're not drop the level of competitiveness. We're not drop the level of intensity. We want to keep it up even though we're up by 10. Make some subs. 5 subs need to roll in. I want to see that level of competitiveness because I also know that the depth of the success of this team hinges on its depth. If a Bonishaw is not playing well, who's going to be there to play and take off Bonishaw and then come on and deal with them case? So these are games when you roll out the subs. Shania Hills, roll out. Want to see all the other players them, the number two players them roll in and come make some serious impact. So that's the thing for me with this Reggae Girls team. Lauren is a pragmatic coach. He plays more open against teams on his level or below. He's more defensive against the powerhouse teams. I have no issues with that approach. Yeah, you see, the thing that I have a problem with that approach, you have got to score goals against the powerhouse, Because whether you're a powerhouse or not, at some point you have got to score some goals. And I thought that, and this is something we reason with Lauren. Very defensive setup, I understand it. But, sometimes I say, Brethren, you have got to score some goals. And so ultimately we want to push this team forward. It doesn't matter the powerhouse. You want to push them and let them know that you are there to compete. We saw earlier in the English Premier League where Leeds went to Man City. And Leeds almost had Man City like in a stitches. The game ended 3-2. Man City was leading 2-0 at half. And Leeds came back, tied the game up. And basically, Man City struggled to deal with Leeds' press. And what Leeds felt, even though they lost the game, it felt like, you're a big side. We don't care about you. We are playing yard. We don't care about you. We have to score goals to win this game. And I think for Lauren, very good coach defensively. But I thought against those big teams, take a bit more risk and go get some goals, brethren, because you have to score goals. at Tenet says, yes, my country, give them 20-0. I think they might get about 22 right now. And no disrespect to Dominica. Big up in yourself. Big up Dominica. We understand the gulf between these two programs. So we're not really. Not really. This is for real. This is for real. This is a real game. It's for the let me highlight the group that they're in. These teams are in Group B, CONCACAF W Championship. The CONCACAF W Championship is scheduled for next year, November. And the winner of Group B, which Dominica is a member of the group, and the Reggae Girls also a member of the group, the winner of Group B will automatically qualify for that CONCACAF W Championship. And the important thing about qualifying for that CONCACAF W Championship is that you need to qualify for that CONCACAF W Championship to then qualify for the World Cup. 4 teams from the CONCACAF W Championship will automatically qualify for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, with another 2 teams into an interconfederation sort of playoff sort of deal, similar to what the Reggae Boys is going through right now. So for the Reggae Girls, it's imperative to qualify for the CONCACAF W Championship so they can, put themselves in a good position to qualify for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. So yeah, this is for real. And I mean, Nicaragua, the point standing, and I'll show you guys the point standing here in a second, of the group coming into today's game. Nicaragua is leading the group on points. They defeated, I think, Guyana in their first game. Let's go over to CONCACAF webpage and get the latest standing. So yeah, so in Group B, Nicaragua defeated Antigua in their first game. So Nicaragua, is leading the group, but of course now the Reggae Girls is leading the group with the goal difference. So this, I don't expect the Reggae Girls to have any issues qualifying and from this group. I expect them to win this group and win this group comfortably. That is the important thing. At Tenet said 45-0 for the fool then. It's that, the Dominica program is a very young program. They played in women's in football program competition down in St. Vincent, I think a few months ago, which it was Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Who else? Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, and there was a 4th team, maybe the Bahamas. I'm trying to remember. And Barbados won that tournament. Dominica finished 4th in that tournament. So Dominica is not in the same league as the Reggae Girls. And I think the Dominica coaching staff and players, them recognize that, They might try the best them can, but them know say a big side them run up, But the coach did say, they saw what Curacao did, so they might have hope, or something like that. So, probably the wrong thing to say. He said, quote, our focus has been discipline, structure, and simply the basics and fundamentals. This is a major test for us against a regional powerhouse, but our women are ready to give their all for Dominica. And as we saw recently with Curaçao's qualifying the men's, anything is possible, and small islands can do big things. The players have worked hard, and we are ready. He end quote. So, basically, right now, all small island who are playing against Jamaica and other bigger, teams in the space, they will look to Curaçao's success and say, this is a way you can clip a big side wing, Isaiah Glenn Johnson says Reggae Girls need to go for the 21-0 in international. Yeah, go for your record, yes. Score as many goals as you can. Of course, Bunny Shaw is already with a hat-trick of goals, and Kiki Van Zanten with a hat-trick of goals. I don't expect the Reggae Girls to struggle in this group. Again, the gulf between these teams, between the Reggae Girls and these other teams in the group, so you want to win the group and you want to win the group emphatically. That's you want to send a message to the rest of the region, Yeah, man. I see this game ending. So it's 10-0 at halftime. The ease at which the Reggae Girls scored those 10 goals, this could easily be a 22 or 25. I mean, the ease at which. Now, I do expect Busby to make a slew of subs. I expect the 5 subs to roll in the second half. And how does that affect the play of the Reggae Girls will remain to be seen. But I still expect the Reggae Girls to butter bruise. I mean, it's... we have a saying, says send forth the sacrificial lamb. And Dominica is a sacrificial lamb. They're young, they're learning, and they have a few players that play overseas, but sorry to the Dominican ladies. I just say it's just there's a gulf between these two teams. And I don't think you need to keep Bonisha in this game. You don't need some of your Juice Spence of the world. You don't need these sort of players. Wise. I guess it's probably Wise also. You don't need a Chantel Swaby. I didn't even know I call Chantel Swaby. Good to see Alison Swaby not in the group. She's recovering. I think she's injured, but I don't. You don't need no. You don't need a bunch of big ballers against that side. And the Reggae Girls do have other players to, Busby did hint at it, said they do have players that they will bring in. And some of the players that I highlighted earlier, I do expect at some point the Days sisters should get called up. I do expect Solai Washington to get called up at some point. I do think, though, from a Reggae Girls perspective, I do, Vian Sampson also. I think defensively, Sataria and Murray also, defensively, the Reggae Girls has to get, all that defensive issues rectified because, again, Alison Swaby is my on-field general. I think Alison Swaby is in the evening of her career. I mean, she's starting to, as an on-field general, she started, probably her best years are probably behind her. So I want to see, like, the other next group of centre-backs to forward and give Alison Swaby some serious competition. And to that end, I think that Burnett, I'm trying to remember her name, the defender who was in, I think her last name was Burnett. She should be also in the squad. So the Reggae Girls have a ton of talent out the road. Manal, hey. BM says, I am not worried about this group. Our most important game is the quarterfinal next year, November, against Haiti or Costa Rica, based on the rankings. We say we already moved on this one. That's how we there. Not worried about the group. Myself included, I was guilty of saying the Reggae Boys was in a soup group. And me not worry about the group. Me not worry about it. And the Reggae Boys them there right now. On paper, yes, the Reggae Girls should win it, but me don't know it again. I want to see the Reggae Girls them secure, win the group, and then we can look ahead to other things down the road. That is my my philosophy that the Reggae Boys reminded me of. My philosophy that the Reggae Boys reminded me. Because me there start talk about soup. Easy team for beat, and the Reggae Boys could not do it. So the Reggae Girls definitely surgical in this game. But you have other games to play in this group, and you still need to win those games. BM said the ladies won't let us down. Hey, BM, we have watched enough Jamaican football to know some things can go sideways in the blink of an eye. So we know it take nothing change like the weather. We have watched enough Jamaican football to know that things can change like the weather. Yo, things great today and then next week things gone sideways. So and then people up on strike and people now deal with this and that dead and that horse dead and cow fat. So we have seen enough of these things and it only take one of those things, so hopefully not, for derail the Reggae Girls. So just like what happened in the previous qualifiers for the W Championship, because the Reggae Girls didn't qualify for the previous CONCACAF W Championship because of pass with the federation, and this is when Xavier Gilbert rolled out his the next group of players. So me not count a chicken before them hatch. But as for this game though, Reggae Girls fully in control. Need to see a bunch of subs, and also I want to see like some more goals too. We need some more goals. Need some more goals. Need some of the other players them to get some goals. Want to see Shania Hills get some goals. And the main reason why I'm hell bent on other players scoring. It's great that Kiki Van Zanten has scored, but Natasha Thomas and all those players, their minutes are valuable. And Hills for me, like, the question is always gonna be asked, like, if Bunny Shaw is not clicking, if Bunny Shaw is not firing, who's gonna be the player to really come through and deliver for the Reggae Girls? And so this is where in moments like this you roll out the other players and give them an opportunity to shine. Get this thing on the scoreboard. There you go on. Run off the mode. Players are back out, family. 10-0 Reggae Girls. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe if this is the content for you. Big up yourself. Thank you all for joining me. By the way, I want to thank all the new subscribers. Big up. Thank you so much for joining the BCN Sports family. Leave a comment if you like the content. If you want us to cover some things, leave a comment. If what we're doing is not up to scratch, leave a comment to tell us where we can improve. Definitely, all them things are welcome. You don't know. Reggae Girls are make sub as requested. One sub rolling in. And the referee ready for start, and Jody Brown I laugh, and we're off. We'll try to get the number, the player who's subbed on there for the Reggae Girls. As Reggae Girls back on attack with a cross, did they put on a right back? So all right. Chanel Buckley is on, and goalkeeper Schneider is in goal. So he made 2 subs. Yeah, I want to see Israel Groves in our midfield. Put on Israel Groves. That more I see. More I see Hills. And more I see Thomas. That would be the 5 subs. Yeah, man. The reason the quarterfinal game is the most important, if we qualify, is we qualify directly for the World Cup. If we lose the next 2 games, though, we won't qualify for the Olympics. Yeah. The quarterfinal of that tournament. Yep. So the goal scorers for the Reggae Girls, what do you have? So 10-0. Bunny Shaw with 3. So CONCACAF is saying Kanye Plummer with 1. Van Zanten, and so 3 subs actually. So okay, so Hills is on according to CONCACAF's website. Shania Hills is on. Tiffany Cameron is off. Sidney Schneider is on for Rebecca Spencer. So the subs. So Reggae Girls made 3 subs. Weird. Okay, so they gave one of Kiki Van Zanten's goal, so she didn't get a hat trick. To look to an own goal to Paul. So Kiki Van Zanten did not get a hat trick, family. One of those goals went to Paul. Yeah, take off Bunny, protect the star baller. Bunny want leading goal scorer, you know, brother. Take off star baller. Take off star baller. Man's have take off a star baller. Bunny want leading goal scorer, brethren. Can't fly all the way from big side Man City, I know, and I come score all a dozen against a soup side. Yeah, big up to all the people, all the family from Dominica. Big up in yourself. Big up to all the yardie them on the live. If you're neither Dominican or Jamaican, big up yourself. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along. Big up to all the listeners. Thank you for joining us. This is BCN Sports Watch Along of CONCACAF W qualifier Group B action between the Reggae Girls of Jamaica versus the Cicero of Dominica. Yo, the goalkeeper Dominica, yeah, she working, yo. Come on, say a 40, love. A 40. Yeah, Jamaicans and Ram Profi, why do we want to give a side 40? Why we want to give a side 40? Yeah, the ball down the right wing. But it seems like Dominica is taking on more defensive shape here in this second half. Boy, Tiny is really tiny. Tiny sitting there. Here's the Reggae Girls crashing into the box. Yeah, Bunny scored the goal. Now Bunny all try style them. And misplaced the had chance there. Atlanta Primus to Shaw. Bunny looking to find a through pass for Shanae, for Hales there. I think she was looking for a ball is out for a goal kick. Or into the arms of the goalkeeper, not a goal kick. So Hales. Yeah, I mean, I think at the next, again, I want to see ball is with Brown, Jody Brown down the left wing, then Blackwood. And some of the questions that Reggae Girls have to figure out is, like Denisha Blackwood. I mean, we know Den is good going forward. It's been this long-standing question around Denisha Blackwood. You know, what will happen? And it's 11-0. 11. Bonisha. Watch ya. Why Bonisha do people in fitness up? Why Bonisha to chop that young girl out of her clothes? The 11th goal by Denisha Den Blackwood is coincidentally, I was just talking about her. I said she's good going forward, but we've seen where, more elite teams expose her defensively. What is the plan for Den and the protection on that side in the event she's getting exposed? We saw that in the World Cup with Colombia when we played around a 16 game, if my memory serves me correctly. 52nd minute of play, all Reggae Girls. Reggae Girls leading 11-0. 11! 3 goals from Bunny. 2 from Kalisov, Kiki Van Zanten. 2 from Jody Brown. Den in on the arc. I think Jude Spence scored 1. Jude Spence also scored 1. One was also a own goal. Dominica has nothing going forward. Might as well Dominica just play with 10 defenders. I forget this person playing forward. I think that is Ford. Might as well forget the Ford role, because Ford now scoring a goal. And she's not really bothering the Jamaican defenders. She just a jog up. Teeny, tiny. Yo! Remember, join BCN Sports tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. for watch along of Arsenal. Arsenal Gunners versus Chelsea Blue Side at Stamford Bridge. Big game in the English Premier League as a player from Dominica is down. Number 2, Paul. It's been a rough afternoon for Paul. But this is part of the growth, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, when you play football and you play upon a team that is not up to scratch, you just have to take your beating. You try your best to kind of curtail or stop the bleeding, but you have to take your medicine. I've played on a couple of those teams where people then beat the brakes off of my side. We played a game against a Nigerian side one year, and the man them, I think them have must say 4 or 5 at halftime, and the man them a drink Guinness. Ask me if I want a Guinness. Yeah, some serious ball the man them run power with that in that tournament. You know. So sometimes when you play against some better teams, you have to just take your medicine. Kanye Plummer. How Kanye Plummer look a goal? How Bonnie missed that? Come on. Man City, big striker for score that. English Premier League score update. 9 minutes in and Fulham leading Tottenham 2-0. What going over there, sir? Goals from Tete and Harry Wilson. And this is at the Tottenham Stadium. Bunny Shaw scored that. Should have been 12. So Tottenham is under 2. I think a coach saying a week after Champions League, what do them look better? As in Thomas Frank. And come on says almost 3. Yo, Tottenham, Thomas Frank. And again, join us tomorrow for BCN Sports watch along of Arsenal versus Arsenal. Arsenal versus Chelsea. And recap our roundup at 5 p.m. with our football show, 5 p.m. Eastern. Reggae Girls misplaced passes occurring. BM says, I'm okay with Bonnie missing a few chances in this game. Just don't miss in the quarterfinals. Hey, you see, this is why we need, like, Heels and others to score some goals, because we don't know, say, when the Reggae Girls go up against the big teams. Michelle Domine of Haiti and them team there. Them are going to mark Bunny. Them are going to really kind of target her. And so what will happen when the Reggae Girls' big striker get nullified? And we've seen it. So this is where I need, like, others to step up. It's good to see Kiki Van Zanten get some goals in the game. But more Heels get a goal, party. Come on, man. As Bunny tried to lay it on to Tiny. Tiny in. And almost in. Tiny needs some cornmeal porridge. She's really tiny for real. Yeah, it's one thing when you play against big people, play with big people, you know. When Tiny was in the U20s, Shanice Buckley, that is, she did worse, but when you play against the big ballers, then you have to watch yourself. Them just easy out of the way. Free kick to Dominica. And I think from a Dominica perspective, from Coach Ronnie Gustave perspective, is just to try to get at least one goal. Get one goal, at least create some chances. And so, all right, so for the Reggae Girls now, one of the things is that I'm keeping my eyes on Naya Cardosa in that right back position. You know, one of the things is that the Reggae Girls trying to figure out that right back position. We have seen that in Tierney Wilshire. You know, she's married now. I think she also became a mom. So Tierney Wilshire was the pillar and the steal of that right back position. And so that right back position, you know, if Naya Cardoza can secure that spot, that would be good. But you know, she's still trying to find her way at this level. You know, she's a younger player, trying to find her way at this level. And you know, speaking of which, she did put in a good cross there, and Bunny Shaw scored that. And Bunny Shaw asks for foul. Yo! All right. All right, hear me now. I want BM probably will come at me still now. One of the things that Bunny have to figure out is that this efficiency, she score a bag of goal, big baller, striker. But Bunny conversion rate needs to improve. She needs to improve. And I saw it last week in the Women's Super League against, who them be? Must Everton 2-1. And, you know, it's easy for me to sit down here as a keyboard coach and say, yo, Bunny needs to do this. But if you take Bunny calm one side and reason with her, she'll probably admit the same thing. Some of the chances where she have missed is just, come on, you're a big striker. We know it's in her locker for score them goals there. You know, so that's one of the things that we want Bunny to sharpen up at the tip of the spear. Score some of these goals. Score more of them goals. Because we see some of that things translate into not just in the Jamaican setup, but in the England setup when she playing for Man City. And I think it was that recent Superliga game. I think it was the recent Superliga game that she was missing a few chances. Yeah, man, so she needs to sharpen up and score some. Still 11. Yo, we need some more goals. Still 11. Again, in English Premier League action, Fulham leading Tottenham 2-0. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you see it going to start warm up on Thomas Rank. Here is Tiny. Does she still have the pace? Chanel Buckley still have the pace. Driving at that player. Ball push out for the Benta, you're criticizing ball shots, favorite baller. Yeah, man. Yeah, our baller still, but you don't know the baller who hold the ball. All ballers want to hold them accountable. Only Crybaby no want to hold them accountable. All ballers, because them know so we're coming from a place of love. It's like we want to do better, we want support. And we fully loaded the road by the shirt and then at the stand and say, yo, Bunny, ready up. You know? And we are jump over fence when them are play and I support the thing fully loaded. So the ballers them know say we have nothing but love for them. But them Bunny need to score the rated goal them. I like that pace that Chanel Buckley demonstrated a few minutes ago. Hard to really see how Shania Hale's getting into this game. She's been on the field a few minutes, haven't really stood out yet, but as a player, I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, I'm want to see Natasha Thomas on the field to take off Bunny, you know. Natasha is with Ipswich now. And I guess my question is, why Kayla McCoy can't get a call up for this aside? Yeah? And that's a Reggae Girl is down in a heap there. Ford says she have enough. Strong tackle there from Ford. I mean, this is the way I would love to see it. A very strong tackle there from Ford. Or is it Ford or Humphreys? Maybe Humphreys. Bunny Shaw having a discussion with the referee. Yo, all I would know is when we are play ball and when we side I get beaten up, we just have to clean up a boy or clean up a girl and keep it moving. And I think Humphreys just say, yo, you know, now go style me. She just kick down somebody. Now, when you style them, you score some more goals. All Reggae Girls. So we have Tottenham over here, so I watch. And we have Reggae Girl game over here, so I watch. Reggae Girl is on YouTube. For those of you interested. Yo, score the goal now! Yo, take a bunny shot, I feel. I've seen enough. Bunny Shaw should have easily have 6 goals by now. Bunny Shaw should have easily had 6 goals by now. Should have scored 6 goals by now. No one talking. Come like you know I broke a record. Here's ball through. Bunny Shaw straight in on goal. Bunny having Paul. But we have scored a goal there, so yo. Come on. Red Girls are joke out the thing right now, family. Yo, hey, BM asks to say, is it me or does Bunny look a little heavy? Yo, hear me now. Hear me now. Yo, you have to ask Junior when him forward, you know. Can me not touch the one. She's a very physical player, but I think for Bunny though is that it's one of the things. If there's any criticism, I mean, we all can do better. Just like right as somebody up on the BCN watch along, there are some things I can significantly improve. You know, and BCN Sports we work for improving them. But for Bunny, I think for Bunny, it's just that she probably drop her game down to her competition. You know, and you know, as there's a player down for Dominica. But I think she's probably at the right sort of structure because, I mean, she's in a club that is very hell-bent and maintain certain standard, Man City. So, you know, maybe she's just the pace at which she's playing and the game that she's playing in. Yo, Tottenham, I wonder over here to say, oh, them no score. She said, BM says, I noticed she doesn't have the burst of pace in the final third. Yeah, she don't go run left nobody. And so this is why I need to see Thomas and Heels and the others. And I think Heels have some pace. Free kick to the Reggae Girls. 67th minute of play. Still 11-0. Bunny Shaw standing over it. And Reggae Girl played that ball in and a miscontrol. A set piece play there and a miscontrol by, who's that, Kanye Plummer? All right, I think it ladies are my joke out the ball game right now. I think they might joke out the ball game right now. There's another stoppage in play. Subs, Natasha Thomas, come on. I think. Yeah, man, time to take off. Kanya Plummer is coming off. Natasha Thomas is coming. Bunny Shaw is coming off. Bunny's day is done. Busby was, yeah. Bunny's like, yeah, coach, thank you. I'm tired. So Thomas is on. I didn't know why they have Kanye Plummer number. So Bunny is off. All right, coach. Yeah, work. Yeah, read the room. So let's see what Natasha Thomas can do for us now. So now you have Dominica also took off Felix. Dominica took off George, Aliana, George, and Kimura. Felix is on for Dominica. Also, Rosalina Paul is off, and Tamisha Pierre-Louis is on. Bunny saying, BM says, Bunny saying, you can't take off Starball. Starball, goal! Oh, off the post! Who's that, Spence? Off the post. Who was with that shot? I didn't see. I think it was Drew Spence. Here comes the Reggae Girls again. Down the left. Down the right. Ball heading in. Go on, a miss. And Hale should have scored that. Let's wait to see the replay. Oh, wait. Oh, a throw. Ball roll out for throw. I didn't say that I went out for throw. Yeah, BM says Reggae Girls joking the team should get 20. Yeah, man, Reggae Girls. And so that is one of the things that I am keeping my eye on. It's like in the second half, after he scored 10 goals, does Busby still light the fire, demanding them stay stop on top of the thing and butter bruise. Not that 10 isn't butter bruise, but 20 is even worse butter bruise. Reggae Girls, Dominica clear the ball out. Yeah, the game so lopsided that Sydney Schneider there midfield. Come like she might as well come play sweeper for the Reggae Girl. Just come play sweeper. Forget playing goal. Ball into the on the left wing and Denisha Blackwood offside. Fulham still leading Tottenham 2-0 in the English Premier League. Come on, say what a save. I don't know which one that over there saw. Of course, Copa Libertadores final between Palmeiras and Flamengo kicking off at 4 p.m. Here comes the Reggae Girls. Hales push the ball through. Finds Thomas. Shot from outside. I like what I see here, people. Natasha Thomas, the Ramfia shoot from outside. Let me take a shot, yes? Blocked out, cut out by the Dominican player and out for a goal. Out for a throw. Yeah, referee, they must red card that. Penalty, Mr. Ref. I'm looking at the Tottenham game. Referee said no penalty over there, sir. And another sub, Atlanta Primus off. Good run, Atlanta. Good run, General. Put on Jelia Cox McPherson. Where Israel Groves? Israel Groves to come on the field, General. So he has used all the subs. So Israel Groves won't see it. I guess some of my people don't want to tell me so I criticize Busby too much now. Alright, I'm going to see what Jaleel McPherson having score as another player from Dominica is down. 11-0 Reggae Girls leading Dominica in Group B action at the Darren's Group B action of CONCACAF W World Cup CONCACAF W qualifiers. Reggae Girls getting a bit of liquid in. Kudos to Dominica, encourage coach Ronnie Gustave and the Dominican Football Federation to continue build the thing, continue grow the thing. Because again, I want to emphasize that the more of these Caribbean teams doing well, more they elevate the game, the better it is for the Jamaica and the other teams in the region. Because you don't know, so these games become more competitive. And we don't have Jamaica resting on their laurels when they're up. Because you want to be as competitive as you can. So when they play the big teams in the World Cup, they know they're really prep and ready to go toe-to-toe with them. Yo, please smash the like button. Share. If this is the content for you, definitely smash the like button. Tell a friend about the show. Stay tuned for BCN Sports headlines later on this evening. We highlight some of the top headlines and continue to leave a comment in those headlines. Big up to all the new subscribers. Big up to all those on the live. Subscribe, respect. When Jamaica say respect and big up yourself, Jamaicans are meaning. Basically, thank you. Thank you for the non-Jamaican audience. Big up to all the new subscribers. Welcome. Don't know. Throw into the Reggae Girls. Cardoza with the throw-in. Headed out. Ball is with Naya Cardoza. Cardoza trying to send the ball into the box. Naya then plays it back to McPherson. McPherson to Kanye Plummer. Welcome, Jaleel McPherson. Big up yourself. Kanye trying to chip this one in. And it's off. Humphreys and out for a throw. And Denisha Blackwood tries something and it's off. Denisha Blackwood is out for a throw to the Dominica. Again, I want to emphasize the right back position. Naya Cardoza is trying to really make this position her own. And, she's one of those players who played in the youth level. I watch a lot of the youth and, young youth teams, the Reggae Girls youth teams, and there are some players who's definitely waiting, should be coming up through the ranks. The other Van Zanten sister, what's her name? Amaya Van Zanten. I think that's her name. So Kiki Van Zanten has a sister that plays in the youth team, or played in the youth team. She played in that 6th position or in that 10th position in midfield. Very talented. You have Maya Ranga Manu, I think that's her name, who's also another young player who, you want to keep these young players around the seniors. You want to keep them around the seniors so they can learn from the seniors, so you can have easier, seamless transition when seniors kind of phase out. I said that my on-field general, Alison Swavey, is in the evening of her career. So to that end, if you keep these young defenders around her all these years, then you would know that it's a seamless transition when those young defenders ready to take over. JFF, I hope you now listen. That is something you need to do. Keep the players them around, the elders them, and them learn. Yeah, ball send wide. Denisha Blackwood, and to the left back position is also something. And if you notice, Tiffany Cameron started in that right back position. So it's something that, Tiffany Cameron can do. I don't like it. She's played it well. We saw Lauren Donaldson play there in the right back position in the game in the World Cup. I think Tiffany Cameron is a goal scorer. I would love to see her play more on that right wing. When I watch her playing at Betis, When Real Betis last year, it was last year, year before, she was, very good going forward. Now she's with Halifax in Canada, in the Canadian League. So subs for a substitute coming in for Dominica. The goalkeeper, they're done. Goalkeeper Paul, or his goalkeeper Daniel is out. And goalkeeper Joel Harvey is now in. So, and a lot of these young ladies, they play in college, play in college soccer here in the States, and so most of these programs will look to. And goalkeeper Harvey already spilled the ball. She come out and took out her player, and also seemed to have injured herself. It seems like she's in a bit of pain there. So I got goalkeeper. Now she's corner kick to the Reggae Girls. Remember to subscribe to the channel if this is the content for you. Corner kick, Denisha Blackwood flicks it in. And a header on. I want to say, was it... it was a Cardoza with that header. Or was it Jalila McPherson? I don't know, one of them. But it's a goal kick for Dominica. Here's Dominica to restart play. All the way back to Konya Plummer. Plummer to McPherson. McPherson with a through pass. Sends it down the middle. Reggae Girls, good ball. Goal! 12. Good ball. Shaniel Buckley on the score sheet. Beautiful player. Right down the middle. Jalila McPherson to 1. And then, was it Natasha Thomas then lays it into the running Shaniel Buckley. Reggae Girls 12. And the thing I like about that goal was just the fact that the player started in defense. Moving the ball from defense. I think Jalila McPherson pick up the ball, put him in a midfield. Maybe a Drew Spence or Natasha Thomas drop back and got it. But the person in midfield picked it up, turned, saw Shaniel Buckley running in and laid it on a plate for Shaniel Buckley. Big up yourself. Beautiful goal. Want to see more like that. Need 8 more goals, family. Come on. Cardoza. Drew Spence. The general. Ball flicked in. Jody Brown trying to go around the defender. Cut out. Here comes the Reggae Girls now into the box. Flipped in. Goal! Goal! She's got her hat trick. Jody Brown has made it 13. Shaniel Buckley with a cross over to the back post. And Jody Brown wasn't going to miss that one if she tried. Very awkward way of scoring, but she did it in the end. 13 for the Reggae Girls. Shaniel Buckley with an assist. What do you mean? It's good to see Jody Brown smiling. Of course, Jody Brown plays for Benfica in the Portuguese League. In the English Premier League score update, Fulham still leading Tottenham 2-0. I'm going to link my brethren from Tottenham in a minute and after this. Here comes the Reggae Girls again. Brown. Please get Natasha Thomas and Shania Hales a goal. We want them get a goal, father. Want them get a goal because, again, the reason why you want those players to get a goal because they are the ones who are supposed to deputize and substitute for Bonisha when she's struggling or if she's unavailable. So you want your strikers them get goals. You want them to build that confidence. Yo, get Shania Hales a goal, family. Need her to get a goal. Jalila McPherson with a turnover. Here comes Dominica with it. Reggae Girls quickly back to try to close down and quickly recover the ball there. Konya Plummer smooth. Jody is now at Marseille in France. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you for the reminder, BM. Very good. Thanks for the correction. Yes, she did transfer to Marseille this season. France, definitely. Thank you. Big up family, big up. Definitely, she did transfer. Here comes Kanye Plummer. Ball sent in the box. Yo! Natasha Thomas control the ball now. And then Natasha Thomas kicked down the woman. How they look a girl. The ball licked Natasha Thomas in her chest like she a wall. Why is she supposed to do the Rivaldo control and kick the ball and goal? One thing with Natasha Thomas, when she lose the ball, you know, she not pet for go hunting for it, which could get her out of position, but 13-0, Reggae Girls. Let's talk about Reggae Boys. Reggae Girls all over the Cicero of Dominica, 13. Copa Libertadores final at 4 o'clock. Won't be doing a watch along for that. Big up to all Flamingo fans. Big up all Palmeiras fans. Big up. Should be a good football game. Here comes the Reggae Girls. Chanel Buckley into the box and a shot from Denisha Blackwood into the arms of goalkeeper Herb. Dominica comes away with it and Natasha Thomas is quickly out to close down. She at work, man. She at work. Yeah, be my ask. I wonder if Jody Brown met Mason Greenwood. I wouldn't name so. Yeah, they probably have. Probably have. They probably not see him training, you know, set up them. All right, here, go through Chanel Buckley. Heavy touch, cha. Chanel Buckley was all the way in again. Should have been 14. But a heavy touch from Chanel. Yeah, I wouldn't name Mason Greenwood. But I know him, you know. Headed on, 15. And Natasha Thomas has gotten on the goal sheet. She's a busy player, yo. She's, no, 14, not 15. My bad. Natasha Thomas with the goal. She is a busy player. And where the goalkeeper run go? Goalkeeper left her line. And lost in no lost at sea. I like Natasha Thomas. Me have to get one of her jersey. Yeah. I feel we new baller that, you know. Bunny, I saw you going to respect you, but we'll find a new baller. Yo, 14-0, Reggae Girls leading Dominica referee and the Dominican players down needed a bit of assistance. And again, I want to emphasize to the Dominican fans, the Dominican subscribers, if you're from Dominica subscribing to the channel, no disrespect. I mean, I understand and recognize that, you know, the Dominican program is just starting out. And, you know, I don't know, we wish the people on this team all the best in its growth, because we want to see this team go from strength to strength. We want to see them grow. You know, because again, the better this team is, the better the Caribbean teams are, the better it is for the growth of the game in the Caribbean all on a whole. So we want to see the best version of Dominica, best version of Barbados, St. Lucia, all of them. Yeah, got you, Humphreys. Humphreys said me I done too fussy. As in the number 10 for Dominica. Kanye Plummer cool as the size as a cucumber in the defense. Fine, Chanel Buckley on the right wing. Buckley pushing it through. Reggae Girls 14, 15. Natasha Thomas, busy player. Yo, I said, Buddy Shaw, yo, we find a new baller, you know. Find a new baller, you know. Natasha Thomas with She might score a hat trick before this done. Might. Yo, she is a very busy player. I mean, she's very active around the box. And yeah, so weird. So Shania heals up on the field all the time and she can't get a goal. And here comes Thomas again. Here comes the Reggae Girls. 16 now? Oh, it's 16! Is it a hat trick for Natasha Thomas? Or did Den score? No, it's Denisha Blackwood with the goal. 16 for the Reggae Girls. Yo, the score man over there, so I say, yo, me can't, every minute me a turn, me can't keep turning, brother. All Reggae Girls, 16. Natasha Thomas has been absolutely impressive since entering the fray. And Chanel Buckley has also been good. Here is Kanya Plummer. She's also looking for a goal. Yo, Kanya, going back and play defense. Ball into the box. Shania Hales over too tall for her. Trying to get Hales a goal. And not doing. And them, yeah, the referee, Wickedy, them add on extra time. When I add on extra time, blow off the game. Why 16-0, all Reggae Girls. And then I add extra time. Here's Hales. Hales into the box, looking to get one. Taken off by Jody. Hales missed control. Hales score, and she's gotten one. Shania Hales has made it 17. But the referee wicked. Should have blown the game off from 98th minute. Shania Hales on the score sheet. Why goalkeeper asks about offside and see the centre back? Yeah, the centre back just stop play. She just stand up and say, forget it. She get it. Yeah, referee blow off the game. And watch out. Referee still put on added time, more added time. For yeah, referee are wicked. Drew Spence over to Brown. Brown looking to cut it inside. Finds Thomas. Thomas finds Buckley. Buckley with a shot. 18. The referee are wicked. Chanel Buckley makes it 18. And Natasha Thomas, the connect play between Natasha Thomas, Jody Brown, the fluidity, the movement of the players up front. A lot more high tempo and up tempo Saturn offense. Blow off the BBC game at 18. When I do extra time for, when I do so much time for. Okay, thank you, referee. Yo, referee are wicked. 18-0 victory for the Reggae Girls. What to say? I mean, this is, they want 22 still, but it never happened. 2 goals for Natasha Thomas, 1 for Shania Hales. Chanel Buckley with 2 goals. So 5 goals off the bench for the Reggae Girls there. 3 for Jody Brown, 2 for Denisha Blackwood, 3 for Bunny Shaw, 2 for Key Van Zanten, 1 for Atlanta Primus, and one for Kanya Plummer. There was also an own goal by Paul by Rosalina Paul. So Reggae Girls victorious 18. Ref are wicked, man. The ref too wicked. Because me don't know where them add on extra time for. All right, family, this is it for me. I'm going to take away myself and enjoy the rest of the Saturday. May I reply, come on. Come on, our resident referred me. I wonder why ref are wicked. By the way, big up to all those who joined the live. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, family. Reggae Girls, big up. A very, very impressive victory. 18, now they sit on top in Group B. BM, big up yourself. Tomorrow, 11:15 a.m. Arsenal versus Chelsea. EPL action. We'll do a watch along of that game. Stay tuned for BCN Sports headlines this evening at about 7, 8 thereabout. We'll drop the video once we record it. Big up to all those on the live. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and check out our old videos. Go ahead and check out yesterday's headlines. Reggae Girls, dominant performance. 18. Dominica, big up on yourself. I saw you go. Continue the work, Dominica. Reggae Girls, all Reggae Girls.